Hey friends, so let's talk about your plantar fascia and your shoes. So I've got to say this, and quite honestly, it's probably going to sound pretty silly because you would think, duh. However, I've had 2 clients within this past year that had issues going on with their feet, and this was happening. So if you are a lady, do not buy men's shoes. If you're a lady, buy lady shoes, okay? If you feel like you need a wider toe box, just buy a wide shoe instead of buying a man's shoe, because a man's shoe is pretty much flat. They've got no support and they have no ankle support, and it's creating you all kinds of problems. Also, don't buy shoes that are bigger than your feet. Actually, that adds 3 clients in the past year. Don't buy shoes that are bigger than your actual foot. Again, if you think that you need support somewhere else, it probably just means that you need a different brand shoe. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So let's talk about the different brands of shoes and what you should be buying. So, goodness, there's so many. Okay, let me just tell you my favorite. My absolute favorite shoe of all time are Brooks. They're Brooks Ghost specifically. It is what I'm wearing right now. Okay, so Brooks Ghost have a bit more arch support. They're nice and cushy. They look cute, right? And they come in fun colors. But the Brooks Ghost makes an excellent walking shoe and an excellent running shoe, an excellent you're on your feet all day kind of shoe, okay? Now this, I will say that if you're wanting to lift and lift heavy, the Brooks Ghost is not gonna be a good shoe. By the way, you should also have at least 3 pairs of good sneakers for different things and be able to alternate them. Because if you're wearing the exact same shoe all the time, that cushion is constantly being squished and never has the opportunity to like reinflate. Okay, so we want to make sure that you are alternating your shoes, not wearing the same shoes all the time. But Brooks Ghost, my absolute favorite. Great walking shoe, great running shoe, great I'm on my feet all day kind of shoe. This is what I work in all day. So when I'm training clients or I'm working and doing body work on clients, I'm in my Brooks. That's what I'm wearing. Now, if I am weightlifting on a day, I'm gonna typically wear, I still like Brooks, but I'm gonna end up wearing Launch. That's my other favorite one that Brooks makes. They have a whole bunch of other ones. They have Revels. Those are just cute. They're not really supportive or beneficial. They're just cute. They have Glycerin, which is pretty close. Like Adrenaline, Launch, and Glycerin are all pretty similar. If you can tell me the difference, go right ahead. They have a Levitate, which I can't stand. They got like this thing back here. I don't like it. But the shoe itself is a nice shoe. Let's see, but that's as far as the Brooks go, like those are my favorite ones. Now let's say for instance that you have, let's say you have narrow feet. If you have narrow feet, then you can buy Nikes. If you have any normal foot otherwise, Nikes is normally not gonna be a good shoe for you because Nikes in general tend to be pretty narrow shoe. If you get into the higher price point shoe of Nike, then you'll find some ones that are a little bit more supportive. Most people are not buying that level of Nike, so something to keep in mind, okay? If you are needing a wider toe box, then you're probably gonna look at New Balance. New Balance is well known that you can buy them in a D or an E or even further if you need to, and that's telling you how much toe box width that you have. Now let's say that you are a lifter. There's a shoe out there that is a big deal right now, and they're called No Bulls, and it has a really wide toe box. Great, 0 support, okay? So can you use them for lifting? Sure. You can also just take off your, I mean, I guess it depends on if you're at a location where they don't allow you to take off your shoes. Not only that, but obviously safety. So, but honestly, if you're lifting enough weight that, you know, the shoe's only gonna do so much. It's not like they're steel toe or anything. But go barefoot if you want. People that are at the gym wearing Converse, which is a known narrow shoe, 0 support, why bother? And they're kind of expensive too. Silly. Let's see, another good shoe. So you got, I'd probably put them in the same category, like Saucony, Asics, what else? I guess we'll go with those right now. Those are a pretty good average shoe. Like average shoe. They're gonna be a pretty good, like any everyday kind of wear. Skechers, throw them away. Just throw them away. Uh, Reebok and Adidas, they're pretty darn close. And they're gonna be an average shoe. And it also kind of depends on which one you buy. So like if you buy a court shoe, you shouldn't be working out in those. Those are just to look pretty. But like Adidas has a lot of great athletic shoes, and they also have a slightly wider toe box. So it can be definitely a better option than a Nike shoe, and still get cute options. Reebok, I don't really buy Reebok. I had a pair a long time ago, but I didn't use them as a regular workout shoe or anything. But I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, Hokas. Or some people say hookahs. That's a boat. That is a shoe that I swear I can't buy them because I feel like if I wear them, I'm gonna look like I'm constantly on a boat. Like my feet are in boats. It's a big bulky shoe. It's a comfortable shoe. A lot of people really like them, and they have come out with some like leaner, slimmer versions of their shoe. So if you like it, go for it. There are a lot of people out there that kind of put the Brooks and Hokas side by side and say that they really like them. I just haven't bought any, but that's just me. And then the other one that's a big hit right now are the On Clouds. The On Clouds are a good shoe if you're on your feet all day. Like if you are standing all day, particularly on concrete, I will say the On Clouds, like you'll feel like you're on clouds. But not necessarily a shoe that's like a great workout shoe or running or walking shoe. If you use it for either one, it's fine. But that shoe is, I feel like its best design is for if you're standing on your feet all day. Okay, now I think I've covered them all. So, shoes.